Giannis, another dominant performance, dropping a triple-double in a win over the Blazers last night. Sorry, producer Bodmer, our Portland native. He scored 24 points, 19 rebounds, 15 assists. These numbers are ridiculous, and I just keep saying them every day. Carmelo Anthony actually thought the Blazers defense did a good job on Giannis. Here's his full quote. Giannis is Giannis. He's a tough check. I thought tonight we actually did a pretty good job, even though he had a triple-double. When you look at that, it's like, oh, he had a hell of a game. But I thought for the most part, we were back on him. We loaded up on him. Is that BS or real talk, friends?
Boom.
Nice.
Melo is right. Noted expert on NBA defense Carmelo Anthony is correct. They did what you're supposed to do, which is pack the lane, force him to kick out the shooters. Those guys made shots. Giannis was 9 of 27. They did the best they could.
You just had to get a shot in there. You had to get a shot of Melo in there.
For a guy that's shooting 61% on the season, I mean, take 27 shots to get 24 points. I said you did a hell of a job, and he shot 33%, as you can see on the screen, for that night. So yeah, they did a great job. 1 for 7 for threes. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I do like the 7 part of that 1 for 7, though.
Me too.
Right?
Anytime
this is a regular season, all those little X's outside the three-point line, I'm okay with them. Just keep taking them. They will eventually go into little green circles.
15.
Right.
It's that's his off-night. Stuff.
That's his like.
It's a lot of stuff.
It is amazing when you look at the numbers. Giannis is having a better year than last year, and he won MVP last year, and he still hasn't quote added the outside shot the way we all keep saying like, oh, if he adds the outside shot, he's doing it more. And to my point, like I. Just keep trying because eventually they will convert into making them. He made 4 threes the other night. That is his career high ever in a game. You want him to be making more and more consistently before you say he's added the outside shot, right?
Sure. He's made some long twos too. He looks kind of comfortable, right? He looks like it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks pretty comfortable.
It's like repetition in practice actually helps an athlete.
Yep.
It's weird. Chris Paul asked about the Coaches Challenge recently. There have been 138 challenges this season. Only 52 have been overturned. I actually think that that's notable. Here's what CP3 had to say. Quote, "It needs a lot of work. I don't even know if I can say that because I'm on the competition committee. But one of the things I wish is that if you challenge it, you at least get to keep your timeout. I don't think the way it is now makes a lot of sense." I actually talked to Chris Paul about this the other night, so I'm glad that he went on the record with it as well. Do you guys think him saying that the Coaches Challenge needs work is real talk or BS? Real talk, both, yeah? All right, what would you do to it, Tracy? Get rid of it? Would you do something to it?
Well, we talked about this the other day, and my only thing is I just don't like it in the first 3 quarters.
Yeah.
I think it'll be more valuable to both teams if you can, and it'll speed up the game as well, if you can have it in the last 5 minutes of a game, not use it through the whole game. I just like the last 5 minutes of a game.
First of all, they need to improve the green light. It should be like a siren with an angry coach face on it or something, blinking on and off.
It should be a red flag, like in the NFL. I don't understand why
like Quinn Snyder's angry face blinking on and off. That would be amazing. I kind of think, I agree with Chris that I think you should get to keep your timeout. If you only have 1 timeout left and you use it and then you're coming down to the wire and you have no timeouts because you were right on a challenge, that doesn't seem fair. I have heard some people say that you should keep a challenge, and I'm 100% out. I low-key like the Coaches Challenge. I think it's kind of been good, but I like it because you get 1 and that's it. 1 delay, that's it.
I like it because I think these numbers are telling you that we need it. And again, I want to make the point, this does not mean that nearly 40% of calls officials make in a game are wrong and that if they were all examined, they'd be overturned. You are looking at particular calls that coaches think that they were wronged on. So there's just a much higher percentage there. But the fact that we're identifying these plays and then they are, quote, getting them right 40% of the time that they would have been getting them wrong otherwise, we've seen several games now. I can think of 2 or 3 that completely turned. That Clippers-Celtics game just the other night, that was fantastic. The Celtics would have gone to the line, right, and had free throws, and it would have been a different ballgame.
You know, one of the things I like about it is that we've seen this a few times already. It rewards good defense in that if a star player drives and someone swipes at him, the default is like, well, that's a star. He got fouled. And, like, we've seen a couple where they go back and, like, no, that role player, that swipe got all ball. And, like, let's overturn that. I like that about it.
I do like your idea, Trace, because I've heard last quarter, but I even like last 5 minutes better, right? When it's game-changing. Yeah, but when it's anything outside the last 5 minutes of the game, there's so much scoring in basketball. Like, you can make it up.
Yes.
You can make up a bad call.
But that's my point.
You don't want it where the time is ticking down and you can't make it up anymore.
That's on the coaches. No coach should use it. They should already know that.
But there's pressure from the players, and we have seen this too already, right? Where, like, you'll see the players walk off the court in the second quarter.
Everyone is doing this way too much. There's just a lot of this in every NBA game. Everyone is doing it all all the time.
Yes,
on plays that are not really deciding factors of the game.
Right,
so
but
that's
guys,
why I don't like it.
But here's the thing. As a player, don't you think, A, you never actually committed a foul once in your life? And, right, yeah, thank you. And you think you were fouled all the time. So you have players where they're, yep, exactly, where the power dynamic, right, and we know of a couple teams like this where we say, oh, that guy runs the team, or, you know, oh, if someone has to go, it's going to be the coach. The power dynamic is that the star player, if in the second quarter he wants that coach's challenge, it can become like a thing.
Last 5 minutes.
Last 5 minutes seems like you're then taking that out of it. I wouldn't leave it up to the coach because sometimes they don't have control over
The players got to be smarter than that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.